Fascinating historical photographs. History will consistently entrance present-day ages. It's theirs the creative mind to find out about the saints and champions of ancient times, horrendous wars, misfortunes of incredible boats that sank and unforeseen enormous scope fiascos. A large number of recorded books have been expounded on notorious occasions that changed the course of history, and obviously, even in those days, photos have been taken to archive certain minutes or individuals as expected. On this rundown are only the absolute most interesting photos taken all through the most recent 200 years, some of which might be lesser known than others. Number 1. The first photo of the Sphinx of Giza. The Great Sphinx of Giza was constructed over 4,500 years back, in a real sense a large number of years before photography was developed in 1826. From that point forward, swarms of photographs of the Great Sphinx and the Pyramids of Giza have been taken by individuals who came from all the sides of the world to see these glorious landmarks for themselves. As a component of what is accepted to be the primary arrangement of photos taken of the sculpture, Maxime Duchamp snapped a photograph of the Great Sphinx, with the pyramids noticeable out of sight, in 1849. By then the chest territory of the Sphinx had, truth be told, as of late been revealed. Another photo taken in 1860 uncovered that further exhuming had revealed considerably a greater amount of the sculpture. Today, the whole Sphinx is obvious, including its tail that folds over the back and stretches to its correct back paw. Just the nose, accepted to have been a meter wide, is absent from the sculpture. Number 2. The splendor of a mausoleum. The awesome Taj Mahal catacomb was charged by the Mughal head Shah Jahan in 1632 to hold the burial place of his significant other, Mumtaz Mahal. After Jahan passed on, his remaining parts also were entombed in a burial place inside the sepulchre. This story took a turn for the abhorrent when a legend began getting out and about that said Shah Jahan cut off the hands and gouged out the eyes of all the specialists and craftsmen who dealt with the Taj Mahal to guarantee they couldn't recreate its excellence anyplace else on the planet. The first ever photographs of the landmark were taken by Dr. John Murray somewhere in the range of 1858 and 1862. The principal photo of the Taj Mahal portrays a side perspective on the structure with the waterway Yamuna streaming before it. If you like what you watch, please like, share and subscribe to channel. Number 3. Boating on Yellowstone Lake. The Yellowstone National Park is home to Yellowstone Lake, the biggest waterway in the recreation center. Pre-memorable occasions saw Native Americans populate the forested areas and valleys encompassing the lake, with the main European voyager to discover the lake, John Coulter, doing as such during the 19th century. A fishing span was included in 1902, however shut for fishing in 1973 after the quick decrease of vicious trout. In 1871, the main recorded boat cruised out on the waters of Yellowstone Lake. The Andy was cruised to Stevenson Island on July 29, 1871 and was a little canvas boat estimating 12 feet in length. The boat contained travelers, James Stevenson and Henry W. Elliot. Number 4. Van Gogh photo controversy. Vincent van Gogh is as acclaimed for his lovely compositions as he is for removing his own ear. The Starry Night, the Yellow House and Cypresses are among his most famous fine arts. Van Gogh additionally made various self-pictures, however just had 2 photos taken of himself all through his lifetime. One of the photos was introduced at a display in 1957, during which Belgian scientist Mark Otto Troubout guaranteed that it portrayed a 13-year-old Van Gogh. In 2014, in any case, a Dutch TV program utilized imaging innovation to age-transform the Van Gogh photograph and contrasted it with the other photograph of the craftsman, taken when he was 19. It was discovered that the photographs didn't coordinate. The Van Gogh Museum took up the issue and presumed that the 19-year-old was without a doubt Van Gogh, yet couldn't definitively demonstrate that the photograph of the 13-year-old was in reality the craftsman. Numerous specialists presently accept that rather than the photograph portraying a teenaged Van Gogh, it truth be told portrayed his sibling, Theo Van Gogh. Number 5. Argile d'Octaville dinosaur. Dinosaur fossils have intrigued the total populace for quite a while. Books have been expounded on these Goliath animals and films created that show them in the entirety of their previous wonder. In 1898, an unearthing in a land development in Europe, Argile d'Octaville, revealed a few bones having a place with a stegosaur. Beginner geologist, scientist and excavator, Emile Saval, took a few photographs of the exhuming cycle, and it turned into the most seasoned enduring photos of a dinosaur unearthing in Europe. Savall discovered a strong square of Kimmeridgian limestone on the seashore. The square contained fossilized bones and, after he advised the Natural History Museum in Le Havre, it was affirmed that the bones had a place with the dinosaur. Savall passed on in 1902, and around then, the skeleton had not yet been distinguished similar to that of a stegosaur, with it actually being depicted inaccurately as an iguanodon in 1904. It was distinctly in 1911 that the octavo bones were first accurately portrayed as having a place with a stegosaur.